Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin, yeah, we start on the 1 hour chart. Not much happened. So the idea is still that Bitcoin could be here in this white extension. Please be aware that probably this microstructure could change quite a bit as we go along, because we are hovering just below all-time high territory. It's quite reasonable to assume that Bitcoin is going to change its structure slightly here on the 1 hour chart going forward, given the volatility that you have to expect when we're heading into all-time high territory, or as you can see here, as we're hovering just below all-time high now after a new one was made yesterday. So just yeah, please understand the analysis in that context. However, you know, especially when we look at the daily time frame, nothing has changed. So sort of still looking for a bull market target around 125k here in wave 5 of 5. I will probably work on this structure on the weekend on the daily to see if anything needs to be changed. If anything needs to be changed, it's likely only the subdivisions. You know, probably not the bull market target. 125k is sort of my initial projection. I did mention before it could also, you know, 140, 180, not unrealistic, but obviously we need to start somewhere. We need to have a certain milestone target, and then we take it from there. We can calculate that more precisely as we get closer. And so far my targets haven't changed. Yeah, just refer to a comment in that I read in the last video that the targets go higher and higher. Not really. Well, they might do eventually, but that's not uncommon. As long as a trend goes, you know, we go with the trend. But no, my target towards of around about 125k, maybe a little higher, that hasn't changed. I mean, we're not even there, right? So first of all, let's see if we get there. And the more extended microstructures get, so for example, if we get here this white extension higher in 5 waves, then this would still be part of circle wave 3. And the higher this goes, okay, the higher the wave 4 would go, the higher the wave 5 of 3 would go, okay? And that would take us, first of all, closer to 125k, but possibly even indicate that we might go a little higher. But that's sort of something for the future. I would just always take it level by level, and then we see, okay, does this structure fill in? Okay, so for long-term traders, swing traders, we have our daily chart anyway. The target of around about 125k, maybe a little higher, hasn't changed for, I think, more than a year. So, you know, you can just use that to understand where we likely are in the cycle. But if you are, you know, keen to stay up to date and want to see when maybe microstructures break or when we get a deeper pullback here and there, well, take a look at our 1 hour charts. And at the moment, the market is still holding above critical support. So that red line here, I mentioned that level yesterday, that's the nearest support level and invalidation point we've got, which is here at basically 66k, so 65,850 pretty much, roughly. Yeah, so it's this B wave low that was yesterday's low, basically. As long as that's holding, I think we can watch for a potential C wave rally to the upside next. That would be wave C of 3. Then we can get another 4 and a 5, okay? And maybe it's sort of targeting this area between 73.8 to 76k next, maybe also 78k. We'll see, but only as long as this level is holding. This can easily break. I mean, we're dealing here with corrective structures, so it's very prone to failure, and this is not impulsive, but we can watch that level, and as long as it's holding, you know, it's forming a nice 3-wave corrective pattern down at the moment, as you can see here. Seems like this wave 2 might be unfolding at the moment in an A, B, C structure, wave 2 of C. But if we break below the B wave low, what would happen then? Well, what would happen then? We would need to reinterpret the chart. It might be that then this wave 2 gets a reset, which again wouldn't be bearish. It could then start from a little lower. And then the next key level to watch would be here, this swing low, which is the Tuesday low. So then we say, okay, at the moment in the very short term, as long as this level is holding, this microstructure is valid and relevant. But there is no indication that this small wave 2 is finished. So we would need at least a break above here, this last swing high at 68,610 to suggest that this wave 2 might have bottomed. That's wave 2 of C. Better would be a break above this small wave 1 high, which is here at 69,450. And if we break below the red line, well, as I said, then we might just have a slightly different pattern, which could still, however, be a 1-2 setup, and the third wave might just start a little later. So these are the two patterns on the microstructure that I'm observing as long as the Tuesday low is holding. And the current one here, the direct pathway to the upside, is a relevant one as long as yesterday's low is holding. So no red flags here at the moment, no breaks of support. That keeps the door open for direct extensions higher. If anything changes, I will let you know. If, for example, the Tuesday low is breaking, obviously already a break below yesterday's low will make it more likely that we retest the lower support area here, which starts at 59,350. But yeah, at the moment we're holding above that level. And first of all, we can then give it a chance that a larger 1-2 setup might be unfolding. So as I said, this microstructure up here is quite fragile, fragmented, and can easily change because we're dealing here with possible diagonals and, corrective structures in them. So just be aware of that. But I think it's worth knowing the key levels and the next projection targets to the upside. That's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.